Join us as we follow our protagonist, a time traveler tracing the intricate dance of progression and deterioration, threading through epochs of antiquity and modernity. Amidst the skeletal remains of this hypothetical futures, towering structures, and beneath the faint, dying luminescence of digital billboards, standing humbled, he immerses himself in the mute harmony of what was once an urban symphony. Streets that once resounded with laughter, banter, and the rhythm of human existence, now abandoned in eerie silence. This spectral calm is a stark to formerly vibrant mosaic of human sentiment. Could this be a peek into our potential future? Could be spiraling downwards ethically? Join our voyage. Guided defies boundaries, the ancient with the contemporary, the past with the present. We invite you to navigate this narrative with us, but be mindful. This video may not be child-friendly. Parental discretion is advised. Our traveler persists in his quest, mulling over tales of immorality from Genesis book, specifically chapter 19, verses 1-29, and comparing them with the challenges faced by our sophisticated societies today. He imagines thronging ancient metropolises juxtaposed with landscapes where human connections have been substituted by technological interfaces, where laughter and tears are mere digital reverberations. He observes as our shimmering cities grapple with eternal quandaries, delving into debates about gender and sexuality that underscore our struggle to control our desires. Despite being a tribute to human accomplishment, our world still reflects our mutual history. He discerns a cycle drawing parallels between the biblical cities of yore and the technologically advanced urban sprawls of the present. As our time traveler voyaged into the ancient world, he found himself in the biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. He witnessed firsthand their wickedness and sinful behavior as described in Genesis 13:13. The inhabitants exhibited arrogance, showed no mercy towards the poor, and the corruption among their leaders was rampant. Once vibrant civilizations, Sodom and Gomorrah had become illusionary shells of prosperity, hiding deep-seated moral decay. The traveler found himself in the midst of divine retribution, as described in Genesis 19:24, where God rained down sulfur and fire on these cities. The sight was terrifying, yet oddly fascinating. Mirrored what he had observed in his own time: unchecked greed blinding citizens to the pain of others, accumulation of wealth at the expense of the poor. The aftermath of Sodom and Gomorrah served as a chilling warning of his own time, the growing gap of wealth and prevalent corruption. Echoing the sentiment Isaiah 1:23, "Your rulers are rebels, partners with thieves. They all love bribes and chase after gifts. They do not defend the cause of the fatherless. The widow's case does not come before them." His own era too boasted of hollow prosperity, while turning a blind eye to the oppressed. The traveler both horrified and alarmed by the grim consequences of these moral failings. He understood how unchecked greed and corruption could lead to societal decay and even divine retribution, as in the case of Sodom and Gomorrah. He recognized the urgency of addressing these issues in his own time. The haunting images of the divine punishment that befell Sodom and Gomorrah served as a warning and a catalyst, stirring an inner conflict within him. The parallels drew a chilling comparison to his own time, and this startling recognition became a pivotal point in his journey through time. After a millennia of exploration, our time traveler returns to the modern world, which eerily mirrors the ancient civilizations he had visited. He observes similar ethical dilemmas and lack of regard for life force and creation that were prevalent in ancient civilizations appearing now in our society. Warnings from scriptures like Ezekiel 16:49-50. "Now this was the sin of your sister Sodom. She and her daughters were arrogant, overfed, and unconcerned. They did not help the poor and needy. They were haughty and did detestable things before me. Therefore I did away with them, as you have seen." Depicting a grim outcome for those who ignore divine guidance seem more significant today. The digital era reflects the failures of ancient times, particularly the blatant disregard for compassion and hospitality. Xenophobia, indifference towards refugees, and a void in basic kindness are just a few examples of this moral decay. We prioritize progress over ethics, wealth over empathy, reminding him of Sodom and the divine consequences. The world's neglect for the environment, seen in rampant overconsumption, pollution, and habitat destruction, echoes the disregard for life in these ancient cities. These parallels are a call for contemplation, not fear. By understanding our past, we can comprehend our present and work towards a compassionate future. The tension is palpable as our time traveler questions, we heading towards a fate similar to Sodom and Gomorrah? This account of former prosperous regions is not merely a depiction of spiritual downfall, but also resonates with the persistent social injustice. These once wealthy areas, tainted by the suppression of the disadvantaged, underscore the wealth gap that plagues our communities, referencing the Bible, 2 Peter 2:6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly, recounts the destruction of the once prosperous areas of Sodom and Gomorrah as a severe reminder of societies neglecting the needy, thereby causing their downfall. The inequitable distribution of wealth bears witness to the growing divide between the rich and the narrative of these fallen prosperous territories reflects systemic racism in modern society, highlighting our struggle against ingrained racial bias. Then abruptly, our time traveler confronts the stark realization that the story of Sodom and Gomorrah is a glaring reflection of our societal problems. He begins to question his own values, setting off a riveting journey of self-discovery. This narrative urges us to closely examine our societies, question our beliefs, and recognize our societal disparities. Are we, in our quest for advancement, the cries of those in distress? Are we placing economic development above social equality? The narrative of these former prosperous regions serve as both a lesson and a stern warning, for as we teeter between progress and decay, we must ask ourselves, what lessons can we learn from the downfall of these once prosperous regions, and how can we prevent our society from following the same path? Our time traveler has chosen to use his insight from the past to impact the future. He extends his gratitude to you for joining him on this remarkable journey. He leaves you with a thought-provoking question. What lessons can we glean from the downfall of Sodom and Gomorrah? Share your thoughts and interpretations below. If this journey stirred something within you, please like this video, share it, and don't forget to activate that notification bell. Until our next journey, continue your explorations, and as always, God bless.